Hi guys, it's Blackie and welcome back to the channel. And today I want to give a shout out to my friend Hooks Outdoors. I met Hooks up at Central Ohio Bushcraft Gathering a couple of years ago. And we hit it off pretty well. He works with Boy Scouts and does Scoutmaster and that type of stuff. And believes in working with the youth, trying to get them in the outdoors, and I'm 100% behind that. I really believe that if we don't get our youth outdoors to learn critical thinking, to learn problem solving, to learn how to face a little bit of adversity and how to deal with it, we're in trouble. And so I'm very pro about working with these groups. So Hooks has started doing his own little line of things on his website, and he does YouTube videos. And down in the description box I'll put a link to his YouTube site and where his merch is. And he started making a few little interesting things to sell through his merch shop. Now, the least of we'll start with is this, which I thought was a really good idea. And what it is, it's a printout. And what it is something that you would fill out and leave on the dash of your car when you're going backpacking, hunting, whatever, to let first responders know, okay, that you didn't come out or something like that. And so like on this one, leave a copy at home for the family, but it's date when I'm leaving, date when I'm returning, address of the hunting grounds, where am I going, phone numbers that may be related to it, other people that's going to be with me, your make, model of vehicle, your license plate over here, so that your wife can say, well, it's red. You get my point. If I'm not home by the date, wait until, and a date and a time. Call this friend, call police, the route details on a Google map printout that I'm looking at, things like that. That's really great information to leave for a first responder if you're going into the back where you may have not been before, or even if you have, but there's a possibility you get in there and get a little misplaced. That would be a great help for the first responder trying to find you. Now, Hooks has microfiber towel with a hanging clip on the back so you can hook it to a pack or whatever. He's also got in here, he sent me just a couple of samples of stuff, a really nice whistles that's got his logo on it. Being with Scouts, you know you're supposed to have whistles with you so you can be located easier, and as a signaling device, because you get to the point you're so hoarse from screaming you can't hear you, but you can always whistle and get attention. Other thing is this hunter's neck pouch, which I thought was pretty innovative. This neck pouch has got a breakaway right there. So when you're wearing around your neck, if you fall out of a tree stand or something, hang a limb, that will break free and keep this from choking you. It's in a bright orange pouch, good snap on it, and it's got a micro fire kit, a small big lighter and 2 fire cubes. It's got a high yield whistle. It's got one of those really small chem lights with a string to put around your neck. And I thought this was pretty cool. This is a signaling mirror, and what it is, it's got a coating on it right now, but I'll peel that tip up if you can see, but it's a metal signaling mirror that you peel this plastic off, and then you've got the full reflective of it, but you can leave it on there right now for protection, in a protective pouch. And then in the very back you have an emergency space blanket. We know what that's used for. So you've got sort of a micro survival kit on you, all in a very small little handy pouch you can wear around your neck or put on you pretty handy. And he does bring up a good point, that you want to have your survival kit on you, right? Because if you fall out of a deer stand and break your legs on impact falling out of a tree stand, you don't want your stuff hanging on that limb up yonder on your pack. You want it around your neck so you could build a fire, You get your phone out and call for help, but build a fire, maybe to scratch some stuff up there around you to help signal and get some help and have a signal whistle and stuff, now wouldn't you? Have that blanket to wrap around you because you're probably going to go in shock. That's a pretty good idea. Another little thing he got that I thought was pretty cool is a micro hygiene kit that he does. Comes in this little bitty pouch. And inside of it, he's got one of those things that's got those paper sheets of soap. We've all seen these before. He's got that. He's got a complete reload of that, so you can reload it. And then he's got 4 of these wet and throwaway towels. You know what I'm talking about? You take it and just take the water out of your canteen, put it on, this thing pops loose and swells up and becomes like a big paper towel, but it's a different material. It doesn't tear easy. It's fairly tough. So you got a way to wash. So there's 4 of those in there, plus all the soap. For you hunters out there wanting something to clean up after you butchered the deer, hey, that don't take up no space and it weighs nothing. And being able to take one of those little round pucks, add a little bit of canteen water, puff it up, and have soap, get all that blood and stuff off your arms, that right there would be worth it. Then we come to the biggie, the one that I was really interested in whenever he pointed out. This is a very small buck saw that he makes. And it is a 12-inch Nicholson blade. He uses nylon because it doesn't take a memory like paracord or bank line. And he's got birch wood dowels that have been cut to make the actual frame of it. Whoop, get back up in. Hold that down for me. There we go. There's the blade. There's the protective tube that's split to go on the blade while it's inside the saw. Crossbar, and finally the windlass. Now it comes in this bag, which he can give you in green or in OD. I said give me green or orange, I should say, and I said give me the orange. You know how I like survival gear to be orange. And you've got the buck saw blade. I just split open the cardboard to go over the blade while it's in the bag. So you're going to take and put your crossbar in, which are a good snug fit. Yep, nice and snug. And you're going to take your cord and put into the notches in the top to hold the cord, and in the middle you put your windlass. Now, turning that over, I'm now going to put the blade in. It's got the 2 key rings on it. So all you got to do is just drop it in. Come to the other side, drop it in, and then start turning that windlass. Now I just set it on my knees to have a gap between my knees where I can turn that windlass and start taking up tension. Once I get a little bit of tension on there, I'll pick up, I'm going to make sure my blade is fully bottomed out, and then I'm going to scoop my windlass up just a little bit. Now I'm going to give it a good turn till it's good and snug, put it in place, grab a hold and push, just like that. Now take it off one. Went a little too tight. So I can scoot it down where it's going to lock. There we go. Now I can wind her up. Take it and lift it up and go over that bar. One more time. And there. A rock solid 12-inch buck saw. Now, for you guys that's got kids, and you want to bring them out into the woods, one of the things that Hooks and I talked about, how this is probably superior for one to start out with as opposed to a hatchet, because they don't have that much wrist strength yet. They don't have that much hand-eye coordination yet. And so holding a stick and trying to chop it, you know what's going to happen. Whereas with this, they can grab a hold of it, hold out here, and cut slowly and keep from hurting themselves as easy. It being big, they can get a hold of it. The little ones can also grip it on this side and grip it on this side and do this whenever you hold the limb so they can help you out. But it weighs nothing. I mean, this whole kit probably weighs a pound and a half, maybe. I mean, literally, you don't feel any weight in your hand when you're holding this. If I just stuck it in your hand like that and said, how much does that weigh? It's less than a Coke can. You know, it's less, a pound at the most, pound and a quarter at the most. And so it's very light and handy, and in that canvas bag right there, I can put it on the side of my rucksack and have a quick in-camp, small for kindling. I'm not going to be cutting down and making big timber with this, but it's perfect size for small fire cutting, you know, trimming stuff up, etc. Especially brush shelters or things, this would be easy. If you old silver wolves out there that you might not have that great of coordination or hand strength for chopping either, this might be the way to go. So, if you like any of this stuff, I would really appreciate it if you'd hop over and just give Hooks Outdoors a look. Tell them, hey, Blackie sent me over here. I'm just trying to encourage other channels. You understand that? I'm one of the woodsmen that say we. It ain't about me. It's about we. And so I try my best to encourage other channels, other YouTube influencers, providers, and etc. It ain't about me. It's about we. And that's my philosophy. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. And please, do me a favor, go over and take a look at Hooks and just say hey for me. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.